Hi there.
Hello.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hi-
Ooh.
You-
I'm sorry. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
We're good.
You know what I was going to ask you, right?
Pizza and eggnog.
Glad we cleared that up.
Mhm.
I'm glad we got that out of the way. We got that out of the way real
But
quick.
you know what's funny? It's kind of funny that we were just sitting here for a little bit, readying up, and everything was smooth, and it was like, "Yep, going live. All right, cool." Hit live button. Stomach was like, "I'm ready
Dang.
too."
You know.
Yo, when you get the
What do we
call,
know?
when you
What do we
get
know?
the call, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Hey, I'm bringing pizza home. You want some? Yeah.
No. Pizza
I
makes
mean,
me feel bad.
I could say no. I should even say no.
However, your
Do we always do what we could and should do?
your impulsive
No, but I feel like this
carnal
is so often that usually it's just 100% the other way. Like
Yeah.
when do you go, nah, not today?
clearly
The stuff that's really good though,
you are
and good. I mean tasty. I mean
Im-
tasty.
Yeah.
masochist because you don't care. You know what's going to
It's
happen.
kind of like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like it's the now. Like it's right now. It's dope. Like yo, this is lit. This is a great experience.
Mm.
But then the later you realize that you may or may not have made a mistake. Like it's probably like
there's no more may not at this point.
You know, it's 100%. This is a mistake.
Yeah,
This
okay,
is a
yeah. Well, I mean,
mistake.
but at the moment, it's not a mistake.
Yes, it
At
is.
the moment, I mean, okay, yes, it is,
So-
but it doesn't taste like it is.
You're not helping your case at all.
I wish it was. No, yeah. I mean, I feel like,
bro, a lot of
people-
people go through that. I deal with that my whole life, dude. My food addictions things are strong. Like for me to be vegan for 4 years was like tough. That was not an easy thing.
yeah,
An easy thing. Like
Yo.
at some point, I was able to shut it off. I didn't even think about it. But in the beginning, it was like, oh, that's crazy.
bro. I didn't have pizza for 3 years.
Yeah.
So like,
Mhm.
pizza is.
It's bomb.
I don't
amazing.
even know how to like. Well, I mean, I feel like you should understand because you was vegan for X amount of
Yeah.
years. So you didn't have like.
Yeah. I still ate pizza. It just wasn't your traditional idea of pizza. what I mean?
It's
But
vegan
no,
pizza.
yeah, no. But I
Yeah.
mean, like meat or like
Like
real meat now. Like it just
cheeses and things of that nature.
yeah, things like like
Yeah.
you get to
Like,
taste
like
that
animal
stuff. again.
products. Yeah, I get to taste that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
But see, and another thing is like I didn't do it by choice. I did it because it was making me sick.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
left it alone. I didn't want to. I had to.
Mhm.
So like 3 years later, oh, it's just
I feel like the having to should be more like, you know what? Let me stick to
go
these
back to that,
guns.
go back to having to. But have you ever had a slice though?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I had a chicken cutlet for dinner tonight. It was amazing, delicious.
Ooh, that's what we talking about.
Chicken cutlet sub. Oh, crushed it.
Let me get a
Crushed
cutlet.
it. 'Cause we had a rough day today.
Oh no.
It was my daughter's first day of daycare, so she
Oh,
was a
yeah.
mess. We
Oh,
were a mess. It
yeah.
was good. It was good. It was good.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
you know, it's so funny.
Mhm.
It's so funny you say that because I had to watch my nephew today. And my nephew, like my sister dropped my nephew off at my house while I was streaming, which is pretty funny.
That's nutty. That's nutters.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was a little
That's
crazy,
awesome.
little
Yeah.
crazy start there. But she was like in the doorway. She was like, you know, she opened up his bag. This is his stuff here. This is this, you know, just doing the parent
Yeah.
thing, like making sure that I know everything that goes on with her kid. And then as she was like, oh, bye, baby, bye. Mommy's gonna miss you. See you later. And she was like
no.
slowly but surely leaving out the door, but not really leaving. He was just like,
Yeah.
bye, and then walked down the hall. Like he didn't care. Like he was good.
Yo, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
He
You're
was
like,
good. He was
He's
a
past
mess.
it. He's past it.
past
Yeah,
he's past it.
he moved on. He was like, all right, bye, and was gone. And she was like, baby, I love you. And she was like trying to, I'm like, yo, that I mean
oh, yeah. School is going to be, man.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
it's dope. It's dope. And then
I thought it was funny.
we picked her up, and then I don't know if you guys probably don't know, but there was this big Adele special last night,
No.
and I was able to watch it today. I'm a huge Adele fan. Like
Mhm.
like sign me up. Like
Mhm.
whatever the name of her fan group is, I'm them. Like I'm them. And we just sat and we all just watched that before the stream. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. We were crying. It was a good time. So now it's bedtime.
I could use a nap.
I almost took a nap like 3 times today. I'm like, no, I got things to do. But I have an hour to. No, I got things to do. So it might be nap time after this because
I feel like after this is 9 p.m. and that's bedtime. That's bedtime.
Wait. What time?
Bedtime.
No,
That's bedtime.
I need a numerical value.
9 p.m.
9. Okay. I feel like that's a bit early, but okay.
I mean, I just feel like if you said after this it's nap time, after this would be 9 p.m.
Mhm.
So it's like you're gonna like there's no nap at that hour. Like it's sleep time. Like whatever. And if I don't care if it's 11, you decide to go to bed. Whatever time it is, you decide to lay in your bed and close your eyes. Like that's sleep. You know?
Yeah. Unless you're a special case, like you work overnights or something. I feel like after 9, if you decide to go to sleep, that's a sleep.
That's a sleep.
That's a sleep.
Like, that's a sleep. What are you gonna do? Take a 30 and then get back up, play some games, and then go to bed?
I've done that. I've done that.
You've taken a nap?
I've done that. I've fallen asleep on the couch watching the game and wake up like, oh snap. Oh, it's 10. Everyone's in Discord. Let's play some games.
It's unreal.
He said he's the king of that.
We taking night naps. I mean, I guess to each his own.
Man, that parent life, man.
Yeah,
that midday nap for a parent is bomb. If you just get 30 minutes of sleep, changes everything.
Yeah, because the traditional circadian cycle doesn't exist anymore once you become a parent.
Yeah,
you sleep whenever there's a time slot available, which it's like in Hoshigami when you hit the crit meter. When you try to do your action, that's basically the time slot that we're trying to hit, trying to get the rest.
Like, you remember when you played Jedi, what is this, Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order, and you put it on Super Grandmaster, and the parry window is like this big. It's like literally this big. That's trying to find sleep with a newborn, like that, into like when they're like young. Like when they get older, you're able to just navigate or whatever. There's a schedule and a routine, but
fam, they're like a laser, like
oh,
you napping?
What? There's been times after a stream that I will just post back right here and just take a 20. Boom, loaded, ready to go. Now I'm good. I can type programs. I can like deal with my clients or something, but you need rest, man.
I just get up.
Let me get a night nap.
I'd be like, oh, yo, B. All right. And I was going to do my thing. He's taking his quick power nap.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. I envy y'all that could just go to sleep on the spot like that. My oldest brother, notorious. He's like, yo, I'm tired. But even like from the trip from like, say, in the morning going to school, like take a 15-minute nap on the train right there. I couldn't do that.
On the bus or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, on the school bus in the morning? Bro, I was out. Out. Like I have my music blasting. I got my Linkin Park on. You know what I mean? I got my used on. And then at some point, we wake up about 10 minutes from school. I'm like, word.
Well, your school is halfway across the city. So yeah, it was different for y'all, but it's too many people.
Was your school close?
I walked to school every day.
Yeah, he was a walker.
Every
walker. I was a walker.
You remember that? You remember that? Yo, he was a walker.
Yeah, I was a walker. But I was a walker because I got picked up, so I didn't really walk. I walked to the car.
A walk is a walk.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, yo, we see everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming into the podcast. We see the champ is here. We got Dynamite Jesse, Neo Virgil. We see y'all. We love y'all.
Anytime with the not needing the beauty sleep. My bad. Excuse me.
Nah, I need it. You see these bags? Whew, I could use some beauty sleep. Let me tell you.
We just switched our clocks back too, so that's still kind of messing things up for me. It's dark.
Yeah, we gained an hour of sleep, right?
We gained an hour of sleep for that one day in exchange for sudden darkness at 4:30 p.m.
Yeah, it gets dark. It gets dark.
Like, this was lit when I was a kid. Now, man.
I mean, I don't mind it getting dark early. It's just,
Yeah, it doesn't really affect me.
But damn, it's dark.
Yeah.
I don't, but it's dark.
It's dark. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it doesn't affect me.
It's definitely getting dark and cold. So like some of my clients are like moving, like kind of transitioning to Zoom, and some are kind of, they get kind of finicky around this time, but it's good. Overall, it's good.
It's dark outside. I don't blame them.
Yeah. Yo, did y'all hear about Elder Scrolls 6?
I saw that there was a thing and Todd was talking about it, but I didn't go into the details.
You heard about it, Reese?
I did hear about it though, but I don't know the details.
I'm not actively looking for anything because I'm a little burnt out on 6 news. So, but what you got for me?
You're burnt out on. You got more 6 news that I don't know about because they just said, it's coming, but not until after Starfield.
Not necessarily news, but like, we see the theory crafting and all that other stuff. You still see it, even though they're not like formal sayings from anybody.
Gotcha. Like everyone always talking about it, trying to get information about it. And you're just like, you rather leave it alone for now.
Remove it from my even.
So it was confirmed that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be an Xbox exclusive.
Boom.
Yikes.
Xbox going back.
That was not. Yeah, that we knew.
I feel like Mystic B right there. That was a Mystic B moment. I'm like, bro, they're gonna let everybody get Starfield so they can keep Elder Scrolls 6 for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it was still kind of up in the air though, ish. Like, I feel like you wouldn't be wrong.
This is my prediction. Like that was I was locked in on that.
Yeah, no. I just feel like you wouldn't be wrong if you guessed either way. I think or you wouldn't be. It wouldn't be frowned upon to guess either way because they started off on Xbox, and now they're owned by Xbox.
Coming back home, basically. So
yeah, right. They're just going back home, and now they're owned by Xbox. So it makes sense that they became an exclusive. But also, every game after.
I said, I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, every game after the first one was on PlayStation, and then they also still said that they would honor. They still have like PlayStation contracts and stuff that they will honor as well. I don't know if 6 was part of that before. Well, nobody knew. How could we know if 6 was part of that beforehand? Part of any contract or anything like that beforehand?
Probably wasn't even far enough along to be even considered.
Well, I mean,
clearly
wasn't.
Who knows?
Yeah. Probably to protect themselves, they probably say we will release X amount of content on your platform, and not necessarily each game stated what they were releasing on your platform.
Yeah. So I mean, just because that's what it was said, I feel like you wouldn't be frowned upon for guessing either way.
Yeah. However, I'm sure there's people that are very upset.
However, don't be surprised that
the PlayStation homies.
You should not be upset at all.
Well, I understand that frustration. Like he just said,
fine.
The latter half of his statement
was
all but the first one have been on PlayStation. It's been open season for longer than it hasn't been open season.
Yeah.
So for them but this is what happens when companies get swallowed up, Like I'm sure Insomniac Games made stuff on other people's platforms before Sony was like, we need that. You know what I mean?
Run that, and now they in Sony's camp.
That's what it is.
It's time to do the platform hop. Like they do the same thing now. Like PS4, Xbox One was like the final divide where there was some sort of differentiation between the two. Honestly,
what do you mean?
These two machines they do the same thing.
Oh,
as far as power and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like the hardware. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're literally going like pink lady apples versus like gala apples at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's not even apples and oranges. It's literally a different flavor of the exact same thing.
Yeah. 2 different types of apples. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. They've been on PlayStation for so long, and now they're on Xbox. They gave that PlayStation at Starfield, so that's something, right?
Yeah, I mean, if if you're like a hardcore fan and you're connected to these games, and you had to have an inkling that this could happen, right? That it could, like, all right, they bought them for a reason. Like everyone says that the only thing that they don't have is the #1 exclusives.
Yeah.
It's like, well, they got one. Like this is,
they got one, yeah, and they're playing it safe with Starfield by like letting it that they're getting money from the quote enemy camp with this new IP. And they're going to see how well it does, so that see if they can expand on this brand new world. So that now that they're doing medieval, post-apocalyptic in space now.
They're gonna keep doing what they do.
There's also the possibility that it's on Game Pass. So if they do that,
that is a possibility.
You get yourself an Ultimate, you know what I'm saying? Because Elder Scrolls is going to be on PC. Like Elder Scrolls is always on PC.
Yeah, mandatory. Yeah,
yeah, always on PC. So get you some Game Pass, or just get you the PC version. You be straight, which is still Microsoft, but you should be straight.
Yeah, that's what I have. I have the PC Game Pass, and I am in love. Let me tell you, it's a good life. It's a good life. Like I love my PlayStation 5 a lot. Like that's my jam. But that Game Pass is exquisite.
Yeah. My PS5 is beginning significantly more playtime recently, but I've still been playing.
Yeah,
I've been playing more Xbox than I ever have ever.
I just put 50 hours into Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm at the point of no return. I'm at the go finish up your stuff because the final boss is next. Like I'm there. Money experiences.
Yeah, there's like 3 Xbox games I'm playing too. I need to beat those. So I can have.
I don't think I'm playing any exclusives for any consoles. I think all my games are interchangeable.
Star Ocean, Tomb Raider.
Well, that's Switch.
I'm
talking about. Yeah. That is I was talking about console games.
Oh, console games.
Yeah. Tomb Raider is old. That's not even a PS5 exclusive.
Well, I don't know how specific you're being.
No, I was talking about PS5 and Series X. I don't think I'm playing any exclusive games. That's what I'm saying.
For Series X, I'm playing Yakuza Like a Dragon.
What you are playing on Switch is a game that you've been rambling about to me for this past week. I don't know why you want me to get it so bad. So I'm gonna give you the stage here. Convince me, Key. Why should I purchase Shin Megami Tensei 5?
I can tell you. Go ahead.
You tell him, B. Go for it.
Ooh.
Because it's like Persona 5.
No, it's not.
You're gonna enjoy it.
Actually, I don't know if it's
very similar. Very similar. Like it has the Shin Megami stuff. Like Persona is a spinoff of that series. So,
right.
Like, but there's a lot of similarities in Joker and how you build his demons, and you build different stacks of demons. You do that in this game as well. And this game is obvious. It's Shin Megami. Like it's always been that way with your click and all that. But even the walking around in the city and things it just looked like it was pulled right from P5. It literally looked the same until the platforming and all, like the open area stuff opened up. That was very cool. I like that. Was very different. That was slick.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
You said with building your character, like, are you saying in P5 what you build the demon? I haven't played Persona since 3, so I don't. Well, 4 I played, but I don't really remember how it goes.
So
the main character, Joker, now, like the main character, he doesn't have one persona. He's a persona master. He's like Ash. You know what I'm saying? And you can take 2 of them and smash them together to get another one. And you can take abilities from that one and put it on another one, the same way you do in Shin Megami 5. Like you can take like 2 abilities from this one and fuse it in with that one, like to do all that stuff.
I want to say you've been able to do that in the
you can do that in Persona 3 as well.
Yeah.
I don't know about Persona 4 though, because I've never played it. But I think that's a Shin Megami Tensei thing. I think Persona got that from Shin Megami Tensei.
I think
that's what I'm saying. Like the visual of this game, like the way the main character was walking around with the bag, and it literally looked like 1-for-1 when I was watching the gameplay. I was like, that's nuts, until obviously it gets crazy. But there are some similarities there. There's a lot of similarities from the gameplay I was watching and the game that I played in P5. I was okay. I can definitely see myself playing this. This looks mad fun.
Yeah, I've only, even since 1, I've stuck with the Persona line. Like when it was Revelations, before it even changed into this Shin Megami Tensei name.
So I've only played 1 of each series. Yeah, P5, and I think it was Shin Megami Tensei 2 or 3, something like that. The old one, the throwback one.
So yeah, so I played 1, 2, and 5. So I'm like, you know what?
Are we talking about Persona or Persona? Okay, yeah. I only played. Well, I played and beat Persona 3, and I played Persona 4. And that was it. No, I didn't beat Persona 4.
And then I'm like, yeah, there are 3 different like series in regards to this. So there's Persona, we all know. There's Shin Megami Tensei, the one we're playing, and then there's another spinoff of Digital Devil Saga.
Oh, Digital Devil. Yeah, there's a couple others.
And then there are others.
Yeah.
Persona's just, I've stuck to that one only. So I've never really even known too much of the differences between Tensei and Persona.
I'm just far removed from Persona because it's been a long time since I played the game. I loaded up P5 and I got to the first fight. Like that's all I did. Like I remember being up in the rafters, and then I went and I did the first fight, and I heard the battle music, and I was like, oh snap, oh yeah, I did that, and then I turned the game off. Like that was literally all I did.
Yeah.
So I don't remember about Persona, and I don't remember too much about Nocturne or Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne either. Yeah, but I played more of that one.
And they say that this game being 5 is supposed to kind of be a mesh of the previous games, 3 and 4. 3 for like, everybody love this storytelling and such and all of that, and the demon fusion system from 4 as well, which is what you see in 5.
I think the demon fusion is in 3 too, isn't it? Am I tripping?
I can't tell you because I didn't play. It's probably in a different sense, because there's some sort of demon interaction in all the game.
Demon fusion in that one. Yeah, there is.
I don't remember.
There's definitely demon fusion in Persona Shin Megami Tensei. Yo, I'm gonna just call it Nocturne because that makes it easier.
You got to bother pronounce the entire name.
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Like, yeah.
SMT, bro. SMT.
Yeah, SMT3. Yeah, SMT3. There we go.
I got you.
SMT3.
If we keep saying SM.
Yeah, there is demon fusion. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Okay.
Demon fusion Nocturne.
Perfecto.
So I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I guess I never really played P5, and I just feel like to call like P5, is it really? Or
no, I said the similarities in the battle system and the visuals are like identical.
No. I've seen there's literally an article called SMT5 is Persona 5 without the love or
the story, like the heart. Yeah, that was the thing.
Without the heart.
I couldn't speak to because I'm not playing the game, the story myself. But not having like the cast of characters and all that stuff was missing from all the gameplay that I watched. I watched like a solid half hour of gameplay and story stuff, and I was like, the story seemed big, over encompassing, but not involving the characters much.
So here's the two things. This is and I'll just say this. So here's the two things about the games. Persona is like 60% like relationship builder and 40% like dungeon crawling, fighting, whatever you want to call it. Okay, whereas
that's fair.
That's
fair.
And whereas SMT is kind of just more traditional like RPG. It's just a character following through a story or whatever. It's just like you're just going through a story. But the story is always some like philosophical, like
always,
yeah, like it's always some like philosophical stuff. It's like always that type of edgy philosophical vibe, but it's like more traditional with like that sense of storytelling, that characters following through the story.
Yeah, but it's not personal. It doesn't seem like it's very personal. Like this, it doesn't seem like you're getting connected to the characters. But I don't know. I've only seen like literally like 25 minutes of cutscenes.
No. You're not. It's like some overarching morality type, demons and or heaven and hell type. It's always something like that type vibe. Yeah. So it really comes down to preference. Like for me, SMT, I've learned is more my vibe. But I love Persona 3 to death. Love that game. But like I just like for me, I don't want to go out for ramen noodles, you know what I mean? Like and like you get what I'm saying? Like I don't want to go to the science club after class. Like I just want to play through the game.
Well, now
Rat says Persona is basically let's go kill a god. I mean, dude, but SMT is the same exact thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. A little bit of relationship building sprinkled in. That's all.
It's just no relationship building. That's what it is.
It's definitely like there's way more heart and all that, and in the characters and all that stuff. Like there's way more like character to like connect with. Like
No, I get you. Yeah, I agree for sure.
Yeah, for this game, you mentioned this earlier, and it's a snippet that I read about SMT5 that the development team's intent was to depict and sympathize with modern issues that we're running into today, like unemployment, unease about retirement. That's something that's local to Japan. Terrorism, nuclear weapons, and just problems at home.
And SMT5.
Yeah, which are probably themes you're seeing. How I don't know how.
I'm not too far. I have about I want to say probably like 20 hours in now. Actually, I think I got like 19 hours in. But I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so I'm like 19 hours in. I'm a level I think 13. I think something like that. And I've had 20 game overs.
Those games are tough.
Yeah. That game's difficult. It's a difficult game. But oh man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do got to take my break sometimes because it gets tough. Like, but once you get into it, get into your vibe, and you doing your thing, it's so fun, man. It is so much fun. The battle system is never I won't say never because you can get over leveled in sometimes. So sometimes you can it's not like you're just like clicking your way through, but the strategy to get through that battle.
Yep.
Because it's always a strategy. It's never just attack. You will get GG, at least on the hardest difficulty. You will get GG that way. But it's always strategy related. Always. And I love it so much.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I saw that the numbers are kind of skimp. Like, I don't know what level you are, but I still see like HP and MP still under 100, and you're getting hit with attacks for like that could damn near take away half your health and things like that.
Oh, listen, dude.
It's always been low numbers.
Yeah, them low number games.
I'm level 13, somewhere around there, and I think I got like 83 HP. And the last boss I fought, I don't even think I beat him. No, I didn't beat him. Nope. Oh my god, I didn't beat him. The last boss I fought, I got him down to like a quarter of his life, and I was like, we are finally getting there. And then he just started switching up the program. He just, he switched his moves up.
That was my last fight in Yakuza. I was fighting this dude. Spoiler alert: there's a person in the game from an older game. That's all I'm saying. And he's one of the bosses. Bro, he literally changed stances 4 times in that fight. He's OP, dirt. I died like 4 times. He's absurd. It was such a good fight.
It's like,
hold on, big strat. Like you have to use big brain. You can't just mash buttons.
Dude, I'm telling you, you have to go in with strats. I've died at the beginning just for not properly stratting, like legit just not properly stratting.
Yeah,
like you have to strat. You can it has a Final Fantasy X-ish type battle system because you can swap out your demons and fight. But just like in
Yakuza, this is heat, bro.
But just like in Final Fantasy, unlike in Final Fantasy X, you lose your turn for swapping.
Yep, it was your turn.
So you have to strategically swap as well. So I got him down to a quarter of his life, and he just switched up and just started doing new moves and one shot me. And I was
Oh, I know you were tight.
Sick.
Bro,
I was sick.
Did you play this last night?
Tell me.
Did this happen to you last night?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't remember if it happened to me yesterday or not.
Okay. Because it literally, that was literally my life last night on headset with them. I'm like, yo, I'm about to beat him this time. Oh, snap. One shot the main character. The main character dies. That's game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day.
I was getting inspired. I'm on headset.
I had less than 1-4. Game over. I'm like, dang.
He just one shot the main character. I'm like, oh.
Yo, me and Key was just playing the same game. We didn't know.
Yo, it's tough, dude. It's tough. And the main character has a weak. So, okay. The way this, oh my God.
No,
the way the battle
looks fire. Looks fun. Looks fun.
The way the battle system works, it's similar to Persona, of course, because it came from SMT.
Same company.
So Sega, Atlus.
Huh? Yeah. So, when you have, how do I explain this? You can get upwards of double the amount of moves as characters you have in your party. So let's say you have 4 characters in your party. You can cap out at 8 moves if you hit a weakness.
If you hit weaknesses.
If you hit a weakness, you get another turn. Yeah, if you get a weakness, you get another turn. But it's not that character that hits the weakness that gets the other turn. It just adds another turn marker to your turn board, I guess we'll call it. So, and you can pass if you want. Like, I don't want to use this demon. I can pass, and it moves on to the next demon.
Now, question: if you pass, does it power up that next person's turn?
No, they don't get a booster for that.
Okay. No passing the baton. Okay.
No, yeah. So no baton pass.
Nope. But yeah. So, anyways, and everybody has a weakness. My character's current weakness is it's wind. And also, so if you hit a weakness or if you hit a critical hit, both of those can give you the ability to get an extra turn on your turn board. But it also works for enemies as well, of course. So if they hit your weakness, they double up their turns.
Yep. Run that.
Now, is that new to SMT?
No. They started that. Yeah.
Okay.
And on top of that, they have something called Magatsuhi. And Magatsuhi is basically it's a special. You build up your special bar. And anybody can activate the Magatsuhi. So you can get different ones. I don't know how to change mine yet. I have 3 key items to change. Mine, but I can't at the moment because I just don't know how. But my current one makes all of the everybody's hit does critical hit for that turn.
That's dope.
So yeah, if I activate at the start, that's a guaranteed 8 right there. So yeah, dude.
If you're playing your cards right, if you're hitting your weaknesses and all that.
Well, if I activate my Magatsuhi at the start of my turn, that's a guaranteed 8 because everybody makes everybody hit crit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like no matter what, if it's a spell or ability. Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah, it sounds like SMT is a real challenge. I haven't had a turn-based game challenge in a while. D-Caves, aka Decaves, it is extremely challenging. Like I legit died probably like 4 times at the beginning because I just wasn't used to this style of game of strategy type game in a while. You're gonna really want to focus or have characters that can mess with stats like decrease agility, increase agility.
That's the stuff I like to play.
Lower defense, stuff like that.
I was talking to Jay Negative about that last night. We were like, if your JRPG doesn't force you to have to use those abilities.
Oh, I like never use those. That's why I was messed up. I was so messed up because I like never use those.
Which is crazy.
It's not like you're like, why put them in the game if you can just level to a certain point to just blow it? To just like look. Obviously you can always grind an absurd amount and just be OP, but like man, like you gotta make it challenging enough to make it so you're using all those abilities.
Right. And the thing, so this is the thing, like I said, even though I'm higher level, I still have to pay attention.
Exactly.
Because let's say I just spam X. I'm like, all right, I'll just let them hit me and then it'll come back to my turn and I'll spam X again. It can go to them. They can activate their Magatsuhi. And now however many, let's say there was 3 of them, that means they get 6 attacks on me. so they can just go derp on me, and they knocking out my and they're knocking out my demons. They knocking out my demons. It costs money. You can pay. There's a recovery thing at the save point. It costs money, and money is not easy to get. I'm telling you, it's not. There are things that you can do. Huh?
They're always scarce with them. Like in P5, they would skimp with the money.
It's dude. It's especially okay. Wait, let me. Man, there's so much to this game. Yeah, and they cost money to revive your demons. And money is not easy to come by. There are things you can do to they have these things called relics. You go up to like the soda machines and you get relics out of them, and you can sell those for good coin. And those they refresh after a while. So you just got to go pick up your shipment. After a while, you just got to go do your ring on the road.
Sometimes you got to get your shipment, man.
Do it.
Pick up your shipment. But I literally just learned that like yesterday, the day before. I didn't realize that they refreshed. But
another common theme, because that happened in Pokemon too. You remember in the wild area, those standing stones, they would randomly generate those evolutionary stones every day. You just go there and just get one.
Yeah. Okay. You could also there's also attribute allocation that you can do in that game. Every time you level up, you can put it towards an attribute. And at first, I was very pro agility because I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. That's another thing. I don't know about a miss. I think it's miss and block. I know for sure it's a block, but I think it's miss as well. If you attack on both sides, doesn't matter who, and that attacker gets blocked, that person, the attacker, that turn board loses 2 turn markers.
Yikes.
Oh man, it's happened to me so many times. It hurts. And
they would be getting blocked. That's crazy.
Yeah. Also, it's a miss. It is a miss as well. So if you miss or get blocked, you lose 2 turn markers, and that could really sting. That could really hurt.
Do you. That could do you.
That could cost you.
You could have only 3 turns. You swing that. You neg 2, you pass turn, and they activate their ult and hit you with 6 for GG. And you was planning to heal that turn.
Yes. Like, yo, speaking of planning to heal,
tell me more.
I was playing like yesterday, I think, and I was stratting, and I was like, and then I hopped into the VC with Reese. And I was like, yo, you made me mess up. I don't even remember what I was supposed to do, like what happened, but
you heard how that transpired, right? He hopped into the VC and I messed him up.
That's crazy.
He made me mess up.
That's all I'm saying. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. You lose 2 points if you miss or get blocked. Another thing in the game is there's passives in the game as well that you unlock, but in order to get, you have to use, there's something called glory, which is basically like this form of currency, I guess you want to call it that you find throughout the game in the world. And you use glory to purchase passive abilities. And there's just a plethora of them. There's just a lot of different passives in the game. I have some of them, because you start off with, you can only capture 6 demons. So one of them is like unlock an extra demon slot. Another one is like every time you level up, you heal half your HP and MP. Because at the beginning of the game, dude, I spent so much time using every coin that I had. It would cost you, let's say, $100 to heal your one of your party members, but you get like 20 or 16 to 20 coin at the end of a fight, but the fights are OD hard and you lose mad HP. So
now you're just you're literally fighting for nothing at this point.
You're barely breaking even and things.
You're not living, you surviving.
Yeah. I would definitely to PSA, like just a friendly pro tip, don't be like me. At the beginning of the game, I was trying to be stubborn and only recruit cool looking demons. Just get a demon, dude. Just get you some help.
Get what you need.
Get you some help.
Just get you some help.
You heard it here on Trigger Talk. If you playing SMT5, bro, get you some help.
Get you. Oh yeah, I mean, I am playing on the hardest difficulty. It could be different, normal. I don't know, but either way, these games are notoriously hard. Like they're known for being difficult.
They're known for being hard on normal. So
yeah,
I mean, get right.
Yeah, get you some help.
Get you some help.
Get you some help.
Yeah, overall, I'm having just a phenomenal time with this game. Absolute blast. I could not recommend it more. I haven't played since SMT3. Honestly, when they announced SMT5, I was like, when did 4 come out? Like, what are you talking about? And I'm super pumped that I got this game. I looked into SMT4 and apparently 1, 2, and 4 are all first person games. Even the battle system is first person. And that's a pass for me. But
you go.
Yeah, I love this game. I think it's great.
It looks cool. It looks dope.
Yeah.
It looks fun.
I'm looking at the reviews.
It's on my checkout game list, so
it's, I'm gonna wait for it to go on sale.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I get some time to play it, I'm gonna check it out whether it's on sale or not. But it looks dope. Like I like literally, I only played Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne until P5. Like I was not even involved in none of these games like that. And after playing P5, I'm like, man, they know how to make a game. And then seeing the gameplay stuff for this and hearing you rave about it, I'm like, okay, this is fire. Like this is heat right here.
Yeah, it's
like,
a lot of strategy.
This for years, and they clearly know what they're doing.
And know what they're doing.
They'll be raving 20, 30 years later. I looked at the first Shin Megami game that was on SNES. It looked like those old Dungeons and Dragons game where you're walking through the tunnels and such. It was that old. It looked terrible. You would have never thought that would have evolved into this.
That it will make dude.
These things happen.
Yeah,
and you see the classics like Jack Frost and all the others. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, like
almost makes want to get it.
To look at old games and old tech and look at some of the stuff we have now, it's nuts. Like when Rockstar was showing the transition of the GTA 3 original to the remaster, it looked amazing. It looked brilliant.
I was kind of into it. Yeah,
Like, for a remaster, not a remake. It looked good.
Yeah,
when they were doing the swipe buy,
phenomenal upgrades.
They were doing the swipe buys. You were like, okay, like if this was 25, 30 bills, I'd cop this maybe if I had time, to play the original Monumental 3 for the PS2 era. And boy, did they tell Cyberpunk to hold up. We can do worse than you. This thing is trash. Horrible.
How do you crash and burn harder than Cyberpunk 2077?
This is bad.
3 of your critically acclaimed games. You give them modern controls. You give us those slide bys where it looks better from left to right. You entice us. You touch on our nostalgia.
You pull the other ones from Steam.
They
took them off of Steam. That was
funny money.
cold-blooded.
You do some funny money with Steam. We understood why you took 4 off. There was a valid reason. But the other ones, you real funny money for that.
They pulled the Square Enix on that. They was like, nah, we got these new Johns you could be paying more money for. So get this.
They pulled the Square with the Pixel remaster video games. Yes.
Yeah.
And
so dirty.
They're still releasing to somehow positive reviews. Anyway, you take
the
these
Pixel
remasters?
remasters?
Yeah.
I mean, people love them because they're Final Fantasy games and they get to play them again. And I mean, I think that's really it. Is that they get to buy Final Fantasy again? Like that's pretty much. I've heard some people have said that like the music sounds really great, and they really did good work on like the pixel art and stuff like that. But it's Final Fantasy, man. Like you can sell the name over and over and over and over and over again, and fans will eat it up.
Square Enix is of the Nintendo moniker, the team. They do their thing, man. They just they know they can release whatever they want. People just buy it, even if it's trash.
Yeah, they'll eat it up.
Oh boy.
Man. But that's neither here nor there. Well, we know what they're doing, and they still have some few games to. I think there's like 1 or 2 left to release, so we'll see if they get away with all of them.
Yo, this hurt my feelings. This GTA thing being messed up. Like
it is because I wanted to get it. I did not get to.
I knew you were gonna buy it.
No, because I didn't get to play 3 like at all, really. and I owned Vice City. I did not own a memory card. So every time I started up the game started up. I get in that car that's right there in the alley. Michael Jackson's playing, and I just go around acting a fool until I got to turn the console off and do the same thing over again.
Because you knew you couldn't progress in the story.
Because I know I couldn't progress.
So you never beat 3 or Vice City.
And then San Andreas, I got really far, and then PS3 came out.
I think the only GTA I ever beat was 5.
I've beat 4 and 5.
I beat 3, Vice City, 4 and 5. I didn't beat San Andreas. I got to like the 3rd island, the 3rd city, and then like I just was and I don't know, maybe something else came out, and I don't play mad GTAs at this point, so I'm playing something else.
Yeah,
but this really hurt my feelings, man, especially because Rockstar has a reputation, a pedigree, a standard. They don't release nothing bad. They don't release broken games. Like even if you don't like the game is usually solid. Like if you don't like Red Dead Redemption 2 because you just don't like the game, fine. But you can't front that that's not a solid game from pretty much everywhere you look at it.
I don't know, man. My horse smacked his head on the train, and I didn't do that.
I mean, you enjoy. Wait, don't you own a glue factory?
Crazy.
These are jokes.
But man,
now Key lost a couple of horses in that game. We'll just leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. Bad AI.
We're blaming the AI now.
It was bad
in some
AI.
Games you can blame the AI.
Yeah,
but I mean, have you seen the screenshots of this thing on Twitter?
I don't see too many screenshots, but we're showing some videos right now. I'm actually
the videos of the rain.
Yeah, there's one right now. So look,
this is rain.
I'm San Andreas right now. So we see CJ is on his bike right now.
Can you call it rain?
The rain is
That's not rain, dude. I don't know what that is. That ain't rain.
Particles and look at how it's permeating through the world. It's only existing on the
some mod fixed this.
Yeah, mods.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah. So some mod already has a fix for this, and Rockstar is like,
how you can't even see.
You can't see, and look, it's not existing on the water. Now look how weird it looks.
This is horrible.
You can't tell which way. No, it's terrible.
This looks like I made it.
You can make something better than this,
bro. I can make this. I can make this game. This is horrible.
Yeah, this
and
is
like you said,
terrible.
Rockstar doesn't. They're not known to.
Rockstar don't do this, bro.
This is so hard to look at. Like it hurts my eyes.
It actually was hurting me. I wanted to take that off.
Yo, it's really like this is and what's really crazy is somebody reposted an article from a tweet from a statement that Take-Two released way back when Cyberpunk released with all their glitches. And Take-Two and Rockstar, I mean, Take-Two is owned by Rockstar, but the two companies, they released a statement saying, like you have to take your time with games. What is this? What the flying fuck is this, bro? I just really can't. I don't know what this is. This is sad, bro.
You want to know what makes this worse? Is that this isn't their first time attempting to remaster. Oh, funnily enough, we're using it as San Andreas as an example. They tried to do this way back in 2013. They wanted to remaster San Andreas. I mean, why wouldn't you? That was still considered one of the best entries in the series.
Yeah. As most people consider it the best entry in the series.
And they biffed it even then. So you would think.
Well, they did the Liberty City stories for PSP, like money. Those were mad good.
Those are
beat all of those for my little brother.
PSP,
those were great.
DS,
those were fire.
There were even some mobile versions of the stories.
Yeah. Yo, as a matter of fact, there's a Grand Theft Auto 3 on mobile that came out not too long ago that's supposed to be good. Like, dude.
I didn't know that. Grand Theft Auto 3 came out on mobile.
I think mobile
I
or something
think they
like that.
all came out for iPhone. No, 3 is definitely on iOS. I've seen it was like $15. I don't know if it's $15 now, but yeah, they've done this numerous times. So
Yeah. It's Liberty City Stories. So good. Such a good one.
And the PC version was down for 3 days.
So yeah.
Yep.
There's that. It was they released it on the 11th, I believe it was. Mm-hmm. Hours later, it was like, yeah, you can't buy this.
We got to pull the PC version. Got to pull the PC.
Even if you
some files in there,
you can't play it. We may or may not have, left some belongings in there.
Yeah, we just left some files in there. You can't be part of.
Right, and then I heard a data miner found some uncopywritten songs that they weren't supposed to have on there, and some other stuff. It just
apparently
this is colossal.
The original source code for it. You remember way back when 10 Days was current, and we found out about the hot coffee mod.
Hot coffee, yeah.
Apparently, that was part of those files that they sought to remove, as well.
Of course,
of course. I don't know. Yeah. You aren't silly. Y'all got sued over that. That was news for a long time. That's not something that you simply forget to take out in a remaster.
Bro, is this on purpose? Because this is so bad.
That's kind of what I want to. Is this their way of garnering? Because news is news, whether it's bad or not. There are people out there. Y'all say this all the time. There are the purists who are going to buy from whomever for whatever.
I mean, people did buy it, but people are also asking for refunds as well.
Screaming for refunds right now.
Yeah. So
I would too. I mean, I just threw that out there just because of how colossally messed up this is. This thing is bad. Just watching that video that we just showed, that little small clip, there's crazy glitches out there right now. Just watching that, this has to be the most laziest thing they've ever done. This is really, 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 really bad. It's like they were like, all right, we're moving from our engine to Unreal, and they just ported it and pressed send. They just sent. They didn't even look at it. They didn't check.
They didn't go through the fine print.
They didn't.
It just looks like they tested it on one part of the game. Oh, it translates well, and then just translated everything over, and then just packaged it up and sent it out.
Yeah, they did add some cool stuff though, like the weapon wheel that wasn't in the games previously, and they added a better GPS system.
What good is the GPS system if you can't see in the rain?
Oh yeah,
that's one game, man. That's one game. That's one
game. I know.
Are very, very clearly unhappy about this. Like we're saying, I dare you to go on Metacritic right now and look at any version of the game. Remember, this released for PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox, and PC. They're all under 1 point.
Yeah, everything is.
And that's from
the
critic scores too.
Point.
So,
but they also got review bombed.
Yeah. But they got review bombed. But the critic scores are still relatively low. Also, the Series X is 59. PC doesn't even have a score yet.
Well, how can you? You have enough time to play it.
It was pulled until yesterday.
The user scores are obviously going to be bombed out. It's going to so skewed. But yeah, man. I mean, I can't even be mad at them. You open it up, you spend your money, you play this. You give it a 1. Can't be too mad at them.
They're saying that Grand Theft Auto 3 looks like it got the least amount of love, where the other two look at least, what I'm saying, they worked on it a bit. They tried harder on those two other than Grand Theft Auto 3.
Bro,
and makes it even worse is that the Switch version doesn't even look as good. They're saying on the actual Switch, it's kind of blurry-ish, but it's a little handheld, which is fine. Okay, I guess I'll deal with this because it's not 1080p, whatever. It's on some little handheld. But when you plug it into your dock, it's literally the same thing. You don't get that crisp view. You still get that blurry, looking like it's coming through a fatback TV type look.
You basically you drop it in the dock and you see it going. Oh no! You pull it back off the dock. Let me just.
Let me take this for what it is, because as soon as I put it on the dock, I'm gonna realize that it ain't what it's supposed to be.
Man, I just wanted that mission in 3 with you and 8-Ball on the boat to just be clear and beautiful, brought into the 21st or 22nd century, whatever we're into the metaverse, whatever we're in now, and just enjoy it. But no, we got this dumpster fire. Sadness, eternal sadness. I love these games, yo. Oh, it's just, oh man, that's sad, man.
Well, this so-called definitive edition is one of the most pathetic remasters of all time, especially considering how amazing Rockstar used to be. They were the top. They were the best there ever was. They showed other developers what can be done. I just can't believe that the end of Rockstar would be like this. And here's something we didn't even notice until the game just released.
That comment got the most upvotes, by the way.
A game that is so undercooked that they did not release copies to the press for reviews.
That means they knew it was trash.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that as well. They didn't release copies to the press to review. Didn't Cyberpunk do the same thing? Or Cyberpunk just something similar?
They gave them like very specific gameplay to
play,
or
specific
like
parameters.
footage, something like that.
Yep.
Locked into a certain area.
Yeah, because they knew. They're like, no, don't look. Yeah.
Where's my PS4 over here? It's part of the protocol. Don't worry about it. Just fam.
Yeah.
Don't go too far in this direction. Don't go too far in that direction.
Taekwon Mills says that GTA Online money are making them complacent. And like, it's easy to say that, but Red Dead came out in that span, and Red Dead 2 was a world beater of a game. That was an amazing game. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know.
Those could be two different teams, I would think. Because who is?
Yeah,
maybe
was it Rockstar North and
Montreal.
Possibly.
I had no real interest in it because there's no online, and like, why would I get it if there's no online? I guess because it looks prettier, but I don't know. Didn't seem much worth to me.
No, they were both games in North.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
But either way, they messed up, and they messed up big, man. They messed up big. Also, just on a personal note, I think it's Vice City. I'm not 100% sure because the video I was watching didn't specify which game they were playing. But I think it was Vice City. And that joint, every time I looked at it, like the graphics, it looked overly smooth, like too smooth to where it doesn't look real. And it looked like I was playing Simpsons Hit and Run. Like that's how it looked to me.
Simpsons.
Bro,
like
it looks
Hit and Run.
And the character models look all gummy. They look all like like gummy versions, like gummy candy versions of real people.
Of the
it looks
like clay
so
dolls.
Bad.
Like it just looked bad. Like
it looks bad. There was a jersey, like a character. I think it was a Grove Street gentleman was wearing like one of his green jerseys, and on the back there was a 7. But then they just had a red 9 over the 7. They ain't even remove the 7 from the jersey. So it's so there's like a clear 7 and a red 9 just plastered on top of the very visible 7. And the dude just walking around talking to people. I'm like, this is horrible, man. Bad, dude.
Who made that? Who did that? Who allowed them to do that?
That's bad, man.
Yeah. Bad. But in any case, so we was talking yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, right?
Yesterday.
Yeah. We was talking yesterday, going over some stuff that we wanted to talk about and things like that. Things of the such in the matter. And this old RPG game came up called Racing. Is Racing Lagoon? Racer Lagoon? Is it Racing Lagoon or Racer Lagoon? Either way, this game came up.
Racing Lagoon.
Racing Lagoon. This game came up. And it's a RPG racing game that Squaresoft released way back when, but it only released in Japan. We never got the game over here. And 22 years later, they finally released it. Well, there's finally an English patch to play the game. And then I brought up the question, like, yo, why don't they just release games? Like, why, if you're just gonna do it over there, why can't we get it too? Like, why can't everybody get it? Like, why can't it just be released everywhere? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why not?
Yeah.
And
that was my question.
way back when we was teens, and even before then, when we learned about like how video games are distributed and things like that, I was asking that question. Because we was getting the Nintendo Power, the Game Informer, whatever other magazine we was getting, and there were definite mentions of that. We're like, oh yeah, they're making this game, but it's over there.
You would see Japan only stuff like all the time.
Why? Like, I would like this game looks cool as hell. Why do y'all get it and I don't? Why
can't we get it?
Yeah. And now just scouring the internet and you're seeing like one of the main reasons that we didn't get some of that stuff was localization. Like the cost of localization alone, like
is a lot.
Like hiring a team like an English cast, like they had to like change the text. They had to like sometimes they had to change story points because of cultural differences. All types of stuff. They had to like remove artwork, so they had to hire another team to go in and do all that stuff. So just that part of it alone, and then the shipping and distribution on top of all that was a deterrent in itself. So like, if your game's not going to be a banger, they were like, it's not cost effective to send it.
Well, how can you even know if the game's going to be a banger? There's no way to call it. You can't just assume.
I mean, but you
assume based on previous factors and sales and whatever else you have. Whatever solid
what
information
type of previous factors and sales are we talking about here exactly? Because both racing games and RPGs have done well. So what are we talking about?
Yes, racing games have done well. RPGs have done well. Who's done a racing RPG?
Exactly. So what previous factors are we basing this off of then?
So when they released, there are like when they released that Star Ocean game on the phone, it didn't do well here, so they pulled it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? They can do that now. In this space, they can do that. Now that might have cost them $300,000, $400,000 to send that over.
But
because we're looking at it from like as a consumer, you look at it like, I just want the content. Obviously, of course I want to play everything. But now older, as a businessman, you look at the cost of it. You're like, I don't know if this is worth to send it. So you don't send it.
But that doesn't make any sense, though. This is at a time when like a bunch of RPGs, a plethora of RPGs of all sorts and all types and all kinds from every different place. This is at the peak of RPG-ness that was dropping at the time. It doesn't make sense to come out with an RPG and not give it to us.
So a super successful game in Japan only requires 100,000 sales. That's it.
What does a super successful game over here require? Because I don't know.
It has to recoup all those costs. So it's at least 1 million sales, and this is even back then.
So 1 million sales. Has any Final Fantasy even sold 1 million back then?
I would assume so. Yeah. Let's look at
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, let's look at the numbers right now.
Final Fantasy. There we go. I mean, you guys can look it up.
Final Fantasy choose to, but numbers. I'll look them up right now.
Look at Final Fantasy. When did this game come out exactly?
99.
This game
99. Oh, that's Final Fantasy 9.
So you can do Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 8.
Final Fantasy 8?
Yeah, 99 is Final Fantasy 8.
Well, no, I just mean that they have a track record of those games doing well. Of the Final Fantasies doing well by 99.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but you can look up any of them.
We're still looking. Oh,
So to this date, Final Fantasy 8.
To this date, Final Fantasy 9.6 million.
And that came out in 99 or 98. 99, right?
I'm trying to see if we
90. It's right 98.
Final Fantasy 9 came out in 2000, and Final Fantasy 10 came out in 2001. I know that, but I don't know when 8 came out.
Either 98 or 99.
Somewhere around there. But to, like on like release, that year release, like how much did they sell first year? Is it possible to look that up?
That's
because like
is it possible to find that this late in the game? Yeah.
Final Fantasy, I'm sorry, not Final Fantasy. Like RPGs don't do like crazy numbers. Like look at Final Fantasy 9. X amount of years later, they've sold under 10 million copies.
Well, right, but 100,000 is way less than 1 million. Way less.
Right, but I'm saying, like, did they sell 1 million in their first year? Are we talking about the first year? Right, I'm assuming.
I'm not sure if it's their their first year. I mean, I would guess over their lifetime, but you got to recoup those dollars ASAP because you have investors
over
and things.
The lifetime,
bro. When they sell in Japan, $100,000 sale of a game is very, very. It's like selling $1 million here. So you get to do that type of success minus all of that cost back then. Now it don't matter.
So I mean, even back then, some games that I guess that I would consider terrible have done those type of numbers though. I guess it's subjective on what you would call terrible or not. But like some games that I think like are wouldn't sell that much have probably like.
I'm not saying that there's not going to be some either way. Like some of the ones they brought over would have been hits, and some of the ones that they brought over would have been misses. But you're looking at it as a businessman, and you think, I think that one's going to do well. I don't think these three will because they're too small or they're too niche or whatever. I know this is going to pay the bills. I'm going to send this game, and I know these ones are going to pay the bills here. I'm going to sell them here. It's easy math. Like why lose 300,000 on 4 things you're not sure of? Or you go get a bunch of money in the game you know is going to do well.
Yeah, but Square wasn't just releasing Final Fantasies back then either. They was releasing a plethora of different types of RPGs back then. I mean, we got Chrono Trigger, we got
but would you not say that a racing one is more super niche?
Final Fantasy 8
niche. I don't. What would you? Why niche? Why is that niche? It's an RPG.
Final Fantasy 8 grossed $50 million in 13 weeks.
This is what I'm saying. $50 million in 13 weeks.
Does that matter? I don't want to make the number of sales important. It matters how much money you're getting back.
Well, yeah, but like, I don't know, like 10 million.
You can't really attribute that to sales to say like an exactness. Like, oh, they got $50 million back divided by 500,000 sales. Like they made that.
Yeah. They destroyed whatever they spent on advertisement and shipping and all that stuff. They destroyed that number.
I'm pretty sure they did, yeah.
They destroyed that number.
Yeah.
Like, did they even tell me the budget? Because in 13 weeks, you made back $50 million. And
you're doing some things.
You're re-releasing the game 22 years later.
20 years. They released that game 3 times, I think, already.
Still making money off.
Like now, I don't want to hear no excuses. But back then, I just get it.
That's get it. Like what makes it niche though? It's an RPG. You know what I mean? Like we have
racing car RPG. Like,
but they put out ARPGs. They put out traditional RPGs.
But usually those ARPGs and those JRPGs, it's either some main protagonist with a sword or a bow and a cape. Like that is what you would normally think of to the average fan of this, not the hardcore diehards, especially at this time. Like you always say, they were more commercially successful than they are now. So trying to sell a headband and a sword is easier to sell than a racing car RPG based on the track record that I've sold 1 million clouds and 1 million squalls already.
If you're at the peak pinnacle of RPGism, that is the time that you bring out these different types of games. Like everybody from in their mama and their sister is busting out all these other different RPGs and whatever, and like this is the time. Like everybody's pumping them out everywhere.
Right, but you be strategic about it. If I have bangers over there and I got bangers at home, why spend the extra money when I don't have to? Like, why spend the extra money on a game that I think is a high risk? This game is high risk.
Question: why do you feel as though that game is high risk? Like because
you do your market research. You're a business. You're obviously looking at numbers and trends. You're looking at, okay, how did this one do? How did this do? How did that do? All right, cool. And you're gonna base your decisions off of the things that happened in the past. Obviously, you're gonna take some long Hail Marys because we got Unlimited Saga, which is terrible. You know what I mean? But like,
someone out there's gonna take the risk, but
there are some that would have hit, I'm sure, and there are some that would have came over and destroyed. But now we're thinking about it from a Square or an Enix. Think of a smaller JRPG company at that time trying to foot the bill to send the game that they think is a risk over here when they can make $1 million at home. Why would you?
You think SquareSoft was small by the time if they made $50 million?
I said we're thinking of the Square right now. I'm saying now put ourselves in the shoes of a smaller company.
I'm saying back then, like if they did 50 million off of Final Fantasy VIII, which is 90, I forget when he said, but it was before that racing game, right? Like, how are we thinking they're small? I mean, I feel like back
I'm not
then,
saying they're small. I'm saying we're thinking of them right now because they're huge. So it's easier for them to foot the bill.
I'm not saying that's
okay. Yeah.
I'm saying like that's not what I'm thinking of right now. I'm saying back then at the position that they were in back. I'm not thinking of Square now. I'm thinking of Square's position.
I'm not thinking about Square now either. I'm saying in this conversation right here that me and you were having, we're talking about Square or Enix or a company like that is established back then. They had bread. I'm saying now put ourselves in a Atlus or whoever smaller company back then, and to have them foot the bill to send the game over here is
why are we doing that?
What do you mean?
Why are we in our mindset of a smaller company?
Because these games were being pumped out, like you just said. Everybody was making them.
But but what does that have to do with Square putting out the game?
They were not.
I'm just saying that you're taking. They're not the only ones putting these games out. They're getting data about what games are doing well where.
Yeah.
So if you're a big company and you think your game is not going to do well based on the market research that you got, you're not going to send it for what it costs to send it.
Based on this market, okay, sure. Based on this market research,
that's what businesses do.
Yes, no, you got it. I mean, look, man, you got it.
Wait, does business research
it's
not
easier
exist,
to be in the foot of a consumer and just want everything. In that regard, I'm with you. I want all the games.
I mean, it's just beyond that. It's just like at that point, I'm still on this at that point, everybody was dropping out all types of RPGs, all types of games, even some that I've never even heard of, some that I've never seen, some that I didn't know about Star Ocean until I met y'all at the Baker House. Like, I didn't know about none of these. So, like, there's all like a lot of the SNES RPGs. I didn't know nothing about. They were just dropped. A lot of them were coming out at the same time. So that's what I'm on. Like, if everybody's just dropping all of them all wild, why not just drop it? But Reese, I didn't hear your question.
Like Earthbound was a flop. I'm reading Taekwon's thing here. Earthbound didn't do well here, but it did smashingly well over there.
That's why they got Mother 3, and we didn't.
Wait, no, Earthbound. Wait, Mother 1 is the first one though, isn't it?
Yeah, which didn't come over here either.
Mother 1 never came here?
No.
Well, okay. So Earthbound was the only one that came over here?
And it flopped. And that's why the Mother Trilogy is over there. It was like, they probably did what you said. It was like, why didn't we release this over there? We'll give them the next one. Oh, damn, that didn't do it so well. We ain't giving them nothing else. And Mother 3 is the best one in the series. But guess what? We'll never figure that out because they were too scared to send it over here because Mother 2 didn't do so good. We're only, and Taekwon, just thank you for reminding me of that. Mother 1 only came out a few years ago, not that long, probably like less than 10 years ago on the Wii U Virtual Shop. That was the first time us on the West could play a legal, I'll say, copy of Mother 1.
Yeah.
And that's when people learned that Earthbound was, in fact, Mother 2. And that there was a Mother 3.
Yeah. Bro, I didn't even know that was a thing until you told me. I'm like...
Wait, what was... I'm sorry, I was reading. What did you say?
That Earthbound was Mother 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's things like that.
That's all it takes for... Like, one flop is all it takes for a company to be like, all right, maybe not this one. They don't... This ain't for them. Not to say that the next one won't do well. You don't know. Well, you don't know. But also, money talks. And like, this is an industry at the end of the day, and these companies are fighting for their livelihood, especially 20 years ago.
You know what's funny about that, though? Yeah. Is that this game is a front-facing battle system RPG, although it's like wacky or whatever like that, but it is a front-facing battle system RPG, which was part of a bunch of other games that was coming out at that time, around that same time or whatever. Like, it fit the bill of a traditional game that was coming out around that time, a traditional RPG.
Like, how did Dragon Quest do here?
I don't know.
Like like most people, like the people in our community, they know Dragon Quest without
Dragon
blinking.
Quest 1?
But like, well, just Dragon Quest,
just the name
as a whole, like Final Fantasy is so well known that you can sell that without blinking, like we were talking about earlier.
That's on Pokemon level, on essentially, well, not even Metal Gear level. That's not up there. But yeah, Final Fantasy is an uncontested.
It's like now
1986. Wow.
Yeah.
9. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, okay.
Oh, that's Dragon Quest 11. I'm sorry. This one says in 1986. I'm looking at like some video game sales wiki thing, and it says 1986 US no inflation.
I think I was looking at that weird site earlier when I was looking for all these numbers and things.
Yeah, I'm gonna send y'all this link.
I was on the internet for hours looking for this information, bro. Hours.
It's not.
You really got to scour to find numbers or like testimony from programmers from back then. Like it's hard to find, but it's out there. It's out there.
So okay,
Reggie Fils-Aimé himself said the reason why Nintendo was so reluctant on releasing Xenoblade Chronicles, despite fan petitions, is that those signatures don't necessarily equal sales or something along those lines.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But this site here says that sales breakdown 1.5 million in Japan and 1.5 million in US for Dragon Quest Nintendo.
Boom. So you send the next one.
That seems like that's a safe one to send the next one.
Yeah, but I mean, that's again, I said that front-facing battle system. So in theory, like
it's also a sword and a cape, and the other dude's a kid in middle school walking around the town. That stuff matters. Think about who we're selling to globally. You think, all right, I'm going to put this in American Pie cheeseburger market. I'm going to put this in like you got to think about where you're selling the game. That stuff matters.
A boy and his dog.
A boy and his dog.
Look how excited you are. You already want to go
play
the game.
It's all about a boy and his dog.
See?
But he ain't got a cape or nothing like that. I mean, he got a sword.
But
he does
that
have a
was
sword.
like traditional, like that's the traditional American values: the home, the car, the pet, and all this. Now you're gonna go out and go save family, whatever else you got to do.
That's a part of it.
They smash in America.
They said that like cultural and like political and things like that would stop them from printing a game. Like this, like we've tried a game like this, it don't work. Like we're not gonna send it because we know we can make great money here, so we don't have to send it there.
And you know how Nintendo ruled the late 80s, early 90s before Sony came with the PlayStation. And you know how they are with like their content, like censorship and such like that. They're a little more loose back at home because that's the cultural thing. They're more accepting about having these things in their video games. Whereas over here, you want to risk angering there's a lot of ethnicities and everything else over here. You're going to offend somebody. Why run that risk?
Yeah.
So remove anything religion related or
or
morals or ethics related, things like that.
Earthbound Mother 2 is extremely offensive. I recently played that game. That game is riddled
not to say they still slip.
It is I was about to say borderline disgusting, but no, it is pretty disgusting how offensive Mother 2 is.
There's some things they still got away with back then still.
Yeah, but that game is atrocious.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, man. I don't know. I'm still not in fully agreement here, but I mean, I guess I'll go with it.
Like, I'm not hearing it for today's market. Like, you can just put anything online. Everything's digital.
Oh no, yeah. There's
like we're about to get like 5 bangers from China. Like, I can't wait. Like, I'm stoked.
Yeah, video game production is permanently changed. We have GitHub repositories. Like everybody goes into a single place, modifies the files there. I mean, you basically did the same thing back then, but everybody was in the office. Everybody edited the source files there. You have access to it. But everybody's the internet now. Back then, yes, it was harder because I actually was looking up some like actual reasons that led to video games not coming over. And I'll read one of them because they're kind of long. But quote, one big problem that affected localization was business scheduling. We talk about this all the time. You get the idea, you bring it to the shareholders, like, yo, we got this idea, and they hit you with that release date. Square was particularly infamous for their 30-day limits on translations. So basically, they'd finish a video game and give you 30 days to translate it.
30? That sounds okay.
Ted Woosley, very famous English translator back from the SNES era, constantly asked Square for several months to be like, yo, can you give me a little more time? We're trying to do this. Always denied him. And the Japanese business people would be like, you need to stop caring so much and just let us release the game. Like, you're holding us up with these requests, trying to add this additional time to it and things like that.
And they're so deadline,
very deadline oriented and things like that. And so you were given those 30 days, and then you weren't given the time to QA to make sure that the script flowed well, that the wording made sense, because, you know, the way that America speaks different from everywhere else in the world. Yeah, this is Square specific, but you know this happened to other companies that would send things over.
And nor is this the only reason. This is one of a plethora of reasons why games don't come over.
Yeah. So yeah, he was getting denied. They only had 30 days. So whatever he came up with, that's why you see games like, oh, your base art belong to us. We've all seen that meme. And it lets things like that slip through, and those are the types of video games we got.
Like, think about like if games were still like that, like right now. Like I was watching 60 Minutes last night, and literally our ports are blocked in the United States. What they're charging for transport of stuff right now is insane. I wouldn't send the game here right now. It's insane. It's insane what they're charging them to send stuff here. It's crazy. And that's just the shipment companies, not the government. Just the shipment companies from around the entire world are
what you were talking about
gouging right now. Yeah, they're price gouging right now. So it's just nuts.
Ever since what happened at I believe it was the Suez Canal over in Egypt, when that container ship blocked it, I think it was for like a week. And all those ships, there was like hundreds, even more than what you're seeing right now, just hundreds circling halfway across the world because of this one ship. I think that was the start of the decline.
Bro. Yeah, man. We've been home ordering stuff too. It's nuts.
Jeez. What? It's the 15th? PS5's been out for a year. Still can't get one.
Oh, it's been a year officially now? Yeah.
It's been a year and 3 days.
I didn't realize that.
Still can't get a PlayStation. We still in the midst of a global chip shortage.
Yep.
These companies are coming up with brand new product which demand new chips.
Like the Steam Deck just got delayed.
Like the Steam Deck just got delayed into 2022.
Yep.
We're officially a year in. What exclusives do these two consoles have right now? I know PlayStation has Demon Souls and Ratchet and Clank and Returnal, right? Isn't Returnal another one?
Mm-hmm.
I know those three off the top of my head, but are there any other PlayStation 5 exclusives? And the only reason I'm asking is because we did say we was going to talk about it a year after. I didn't realize that we were a year in, and that completely slipped my mind.
So when we say exclusives,
I've been hearing about it nonstop.
What?
About the PS5 anniversary.
Oh, have you?
Came about Jay. He's like, the moment it's been a year, I am roasting y'all because I still don't have one. We've been getting roasted nightly because he doesn't.
Nightly. We're trying, man. Every time we see the drop, be like, yo, Walmart got them, Target got them, Best Buy got them, Amazon. I try. But people are just out there faster than me.
Do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah. So the PS5 exclusive lists currently. Where did you go?
That's crazy. You can't just Kena, also available on PS4. Does that count? It has to be a strictly PS5 exclusive, yeah?
You don't want it to be on
if you want, I mean,
PC either?
Because then
I don't know if PC counts.
I feel like you gotta exclude some games.
Because we got Demon Souls, if we want to be technical.
That's what I said. No, Demon Souls is a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah. Destruction All-Stars.
Oh God, I forgot
Horrible
that
game.
game's existence, dude.
Death Stranding.
That's PS4.
Well, the director's cut.
The director's cut is PS5.
Oh, the director's cut. That I get. Oh well, sure.
Deathloop's on PC, but if you want,
no, I mean,
but I'm not counting PC.
PC doesn't count.
PC's the happy neutral, the happy. Everyone's
Deathloop,
happy with PC.
Yeah. Final Fantasy VII remake, Intergrade.
Miles Morales.
Yeah, Miles Morales.
Not. I mean, more than Xbox.
I treat Miles Morales like a DLC, but it's a full game.
Yeah, it's just that Sackboy, Miles Morales, Kena, and Godfall, they're all on PS4, and I don't know, like, it's a PlayStation exclusive, right? We're not doing like it's a PlayStation.
I mean,
exclusive?
I feel like because we're in the transition phase, almost like you're literally excluding like half the stuff for both sides. Like,
yeah, I mean, but hey, like Demon Souls, you can't play on anything else. Deathloop,
you can play it on PS3 because it's a remake.
Are we doing this right now?
That's why when they did remake Integrate, I was like, is it though? I guess actually Integrate is just the DLC, right?
Yes, it's like how long is that? Like,
10 hours. I want to say.
Is it? I thought it was like 6.
Well, that's
7,
good.
Somewhere around here.
That's longer than some games. Oh, it's good. That's Xbox longer than a lot exclusives.
Of games. Let's see. Let's see. Redfall. Do y'all remember that game? Starfield. That's a time exclusive, but I'll count it just for now. Stalker 2.
Starfield?
Yeah.
That'll come out till next year.
I'm just putting things out there, man. Age of Empires 4 actually is Microsoft Flight Simulator, obviously. Back 4 Blood.
That's on both, no? No.
I don't think. Well, I played it on Game Pass, so I don't know.
Yeah, I put it on Game Pass too.
And
I feel like that's on PlayStation as well.
The game that you are playing.
Yakuza?
Mm-hmm.
Heat.
Like a Dragon is very Xbox only.
Because the
Grounded will be exclusive.
Wow, Grounded is going to be exclusive.
Outer Worlds 2.
Well, okay, but Dragon is on PlayStation as well. I remember the PlayStation edition is the one that came out this year.
Oh, it came out. Okay, then. So they need to update
came out in 21.
Gotcha.
Because the original release was October of 20 for just Xbox.
Oh, wait. When did it come out for PS?
21.
What month?
I don't know.
Oh, because what I'm looking at is June 21. So it's probably why I didn't update it.
It just came out.
Yo, why is there no just like a list of the current? Just the list of current.
There isn't.
Everybody wants, these are the ones coming to X. Like, I don't care. Like, just give me the current.
I try to look for like information like this and just looking for a subset of information that I need.
Yeah.
You never find it. Yeah. You would think that I found the PlayStation one easy. I gave that, it was done. This one?
Yep. I see it right here. I have the PlayStation one. The Xbox, they playing.
Well, because they're catching up with their exclusives. They just bought all these big companies. They're working on it.
Yeah.
They're working on it. This is one of their holes.
Yeah.
Like why is Far Cry 6 on this list? We definitely played that on PlayStation.
I think my Far Cry 6 is on PlayStation.
12 minutes is The Ascent is Xbox only? No.
I don't know. I will say though, the PlayStation's their whole PIP and not game share. I gotta see if Xbox has game share. I'm pretty sure it does though. But their whole PIP and like
share
screen
play?
share. Is that part of screen share?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can have screen share without share play.
No, game sharing. He's saying game sharing.
No. Shit, like screen, you know how
that's what I'm asking. Do you mean share play?
I'm talking about. I don't know which one it is. It's
so you can share your screen
when B takes your sticks?
share play.
No, he does not take the sticks. Y'all just pop in
just
and just to watch. Just watch.
I said screen.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
No, you said
So
game sharing.
You
first.
said game sharing.
I did. Oh no, I
Yeah.
said I think Xbox has game share, but I said screen sharing.
Gotcha.
Sharing your screen.
Okay.
Yes,
My
but
goodness.
sharing your screen, but also the aspect of because game sharing, we're talking about actual sharing games, right? We're not talking about
right.
Yeah, I think Xbox has that.
Yeah. They definitely both can do that.
The PIP.
Yeah.
Xbox game shares.
Like it's not with the app, just
honestly, I don't even know how to do it.
I don't know how to do it. I
don't know how to do it. I've not done it with anybody.
When we first did the consoles, I looked it up. It's similar. I don't know now, but it used to be similar to how you did it on the PS4. He would just have to boom boom, and you would have to boom boom, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, PlayStation definitely made it easier. Definitely made it easier. This whole their app integration is amazing.
It's crazy.
It's amazing.
Nintendo, get with it.
I'm the happiest camper because I was asking for that for years. Wow. During the PS4.
Companion app is trash.
The PS4 era was asking for it.
Nintendo, I don't know. I don't care about Nintendo, to be honest.
And then it made it even better. I could watch you play your game on your PS5 while I'm like,
yeah, that's cool.
Outside walking or at the gym or something.
You can be at the gym on the exercise bike with your headphones in, talking to your friends while they're playing games.
Yeah, the PlayStation has some cool features, man.
You're several years late, Sony, but I thank you.
Yeah,
better late than never.
They have some dope. I guess community features. Can we call those like community features? I guess because it's just dope
social
how you
features,
can.
I guess. I don't know.
Social features. Yeah. They have some dope social features.
It's heat.
Like
getting into a party chat on there is like it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
You have a screen up in the corner. You can. It's nice.
Yeah, you got the pip view. You can game share. You have the screen sharing, and you can just take your homie can just take the controller, or if you don't want to just pass the controller, you want to play a fighting game, although there is like lag and stuff like that you can deal with.
Co-op story game, don't.
Yeah, you can give your homie player 2 controller, and he's halfway across the country. So they have some dope social features. And Xbox has Xbox 2 has game share as well. I've not done it, so I don't really know how it works. They have quick resume, which I absolutely love. I haven't even capped out on the amount of games in my quick resume, and I think there's like 6 or 7 in there. But I think that's it. But I don't have like nobody to like test all the stuff with, so I don't know what they're all too capable of. But I think that might be it. They're two greatest things, and it has backwards compatibility. That's one major thing for me.
Backwards compatibility.
Backwards compatibility, because you can play whatever game you want anytime.
Any era, just pop it in and go.
All the way back to OG. And it has Game Pass, which is phenomenal because you can I can play Halo on release date as part of the subscription.
Yeah, the smart delivery of the new games is what's crazy about Game Pass.
Yeah.
Like the PlayStation thing, like they have like 800 games on there, and now you can download some of them and all. Like they're getting better. There's a lot of stuff on there, but that smart delivery of new stuff is what they need to catch up on.
Yeah.
Like it might not always be the number one game, but I mean Halo Infinite, I mean that's their poster child, Halo. So I mean like
D-Caves asks, if you had to pick entire libraries of all generations, are you picking Xbox or PlayStation? And I would just go first really quick and to say I can't properly answer that question because my only experience with Xbox is Xbox OG and then the Xbox Series X, and the Series X don't really have any games all like that. I was a PlayStation diehard boy for all of my gaming career. Like I was PlayStation up, so like I don't really even know what's on the Xbox library all like that, like what exclusives they have. all like that. So I don't know.
Like when it comes to the Xbox library, like I never had my own Xbox, but I always made it a point to play the bangers. Like whenever they release something big, like what was it, Sunset Overdrive?
Never played that. What is that?
It's this weird like.
That's like they're cruising.
It's like it's like a Jet Set Radio, but not shooter, but not.
It's a shooter.
Yeah.
It's just a cool, weird game. It's hard to
weird game.
Okay,
it's fun.
Wow,
it's fun. Like, oh my God, Sunset Overdrive is amazing. Yeah, it's one of those. Like they have a lot. Like the Gears of War series was fire. The Halo series is good. Like there's some missteps in there, but it's good. Like I played a lot of those 1, 2, 3, and Reach. I didn't like Reach. Like
nobody liked Reach.
Really? That's a thing?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. It's horrible to me.
What's crazy is that I wasn't like, I only played Halo with my brother and with Ray. Like I wasn't like a Halo guy or anything like that of the sort. But when I heard about Reach and it was like, you're human and you don't have like I think your health didn't regen or something like that. I was just like, oh, this sounds dope. Like, oh, there's no regen. There's no like crazy super power man stuff that you're doing in this game. I never played it, but I just when I heard about it, I was like, oh, this sounds really cool. Yeah. But then everybody talked so much smack about Reach. So I was like, yo, this is the worst one. Like nobody liked Reach.
Yikes.
It's like all the things that made Halo, you took them out of the game. It just felt like any other shooter. And it lost its luster. It's like, you know what I mean? Like you want more photorealism and you want realistic stuff. Like, yeah, but not in my Halo game. Like this is space. I'm jumping around 360, no scoping. Like that's what the game is. And you took that away. I was like, what's this? Like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
But fair enough. Titanfall, like I played a lot of the big, like the big ones that like changed the gaming world. Like, and there's a lot of heat there, but I don't want to make it one over the other just because I never really owned my own Xbox console. I always played the big bangers somewhere else at a friend's house or like mad college parties over like a 4-year span. They all had Xboxes. Like all my college friends had Xboxes. So I would just play in their dorms all night. We play Halo all night. We just go nuts. So I spent a lot of time with one. I never had one myself to pick and choose the little gems I just don't know about.
Yeah. No real experience. I distinctly remember being at my sister's house and playing one of the Dead or Alive games because she has an OG X, or maybe it's a 360. No, it was an OG Xbox. She had an OG Xbox. I was playing like a Dead or Alive game. But really, and I know Reese ain't never had no Xbox, so he don't have an answer either, right, Reese? Yeah. So, Decaves, to answer your question, we can't really answer your question because we just played PlayStation, really.
Nintendo.
Never really had the Xbox. Oh, stop. It's Nintendo, man.
The Nintendo library over the PlayStation library. That's tough, but I would lean PlayStation. I would go PlayStation, but that's tough. That's tough for me. There's a lot of Nintendo heaters. There's a lot of stuff.
A lot of PlayStation.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, no, I would just go PlayStation. I go PlayStation.
Yikes.
I stopped with Nintendo.
What about you, D-Caves?
Oh, put him on the spot.
Ooh. I know you doing a lot of Halo talking right now, so I'm curious.
He does seem like a pretty heavy Xbox, man. Pretty heavy Xbox.
Like there's been like, all right, this is just in my circle, in my bubble of the people that I follow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, wherever you get stuff. Is like I rarely hear people leaving PlayStation for an exclusive on Xbox. But you usually do hear people leave Xbox or buy a PlayStation after already owning an Xbox to play those experiences, the Uncharted's and those types of games, like those one exclusives that like, man, that's a great game and we're not getting that.
I know one person that left Xbox is a diehard PlayStation fan all of a sudden. Shout out to Flip.
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 Shout out that's the only person I know that went from Xbox become all of a sudden a diehard PlayStation fan.
Gamer Bot J was Xbox only until he met us. I didn't even know PlayStation was this hot. I didn't even know I didn't know they was doing it like this.
Oh yeah.
Like he played PlayStation stuff. You know, he definitely played some of the, you know, he's a Kingdom Hearts guy. He knows all that stuff. Like he dabbled, but when the 360 came out, he was, I'm a 360 guy. That's what it is. And then he bought an Xbox One around the same time that we all started hanging. And so he's like, let me get a 4 just in case. And he's like, my Xbox One is a paperweight right now. He's like, I just used the 4. He's like, because there's so many of these special experiences. Like Horizon is like his favorite game right now. He's like, Horizon and the God of Wars, like the best games he's ever played. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, there you go.
Does that Xbox even know what electricity is anymore? Like, I bet he doesn't even know what it is.
That's crazy. What is electricity? I don't know.
DK says Xbox exclusive are weak. Strong point. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you saw the struggle that occurred when I was attempting to look for their exclusives list. Like
and it's not saying that they didn't make some heaters, like Lost Odyssey, the Gears of Wars. Like they got stuff. Just PlayStation and Nintendo just have more solidified names that have lasted the test of time. Xbox is on their way. They're definitely on their way.
I'm very much looking forward to this generation since it's my first one in ownership of an Xbox. Like the IPs that can come out. Like I didn't grow up with Halo. So let's see what y'all can do with Infinite and whatever else that y'all come up with. I didn't grow up with Forza. I had a friggin' blast yesterday playing Horizon 5. Let's see what y'all can do.
Forza's,
bro, I've been trying to get recently play Forza. For years.
That's over there. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Let me see what else you can do with Motorsport 8 and whatever else. Can you really will you be able to pull me away from GT7? Let's see.
Oh, I played
So DK says, so are Bethesda now Xbox exclusive? The tides will turn soon. They did announce that Starfield is for everybody, but Elder Scrolls 6 is only Xbox. It's only going to be in their umbrella on their platform.
Perfect time to have an Xbox. Because I would have been livid.
I got a PC. I'm cool.
I think I was gonna say
I'm getting this on PC.
You should be good with Game Pass PC. Or do you need Ultimate?
I wouldn't.
No, you can just get the PC, but you might need Ultimate. I don't know. I have no idea.
I know Ultimate comes with like EA and Gold.
Which I have to have because I play a lot of KO. Like we're back on KO City a little bit. We're sprinkling it in.
It's coming back a little bit. I need to figure out my PS thing, but
I just installed the 10-hour trial of Battlefield 2042. Like they let me play it for 10 hours for free.
That's dope.
Like real launch game, not like some
that's
trial weird. Yeah. So I actually get to test it out and see if I want to get it. Because right now I'm like, nah, but I could be wild. Nah. It's a Battlefield. I could be wild.
I want to
Well, the final product. I didn't play the beta. I didn't see it. I remember seeing the alpha footage. I'm like, they're doing things, but I don't know what's up.
Well, I was watching some live streams of people playing it, and I was like, "Yo, what do you think of the game?" And it was like, it still needs more time in the oven, and I was like, "Yikes!"
Tasting all doughy, like it looked like a bomb pastry outside. You stick your fork in, it's just
flattens.
Yep, it's just dough. It's just dough. But that's these games now for some reason. Well, not even for some reason. Like we know why, because they know that we can patch it, we can update it later. We can just
needs a little more time in the oven. 95%.
We can take it out, show it to them, give them pieces, take it back, put it back in the oven, and then give it back to them.
Yeah, Rockstar. Actually, take it out the oven for us to see what's good. Like, or CDPR, where they take it out the oven, cut out a corner, and give it to you, make you sit over here and eat the food, so you don't tell specific people how it tasted. Like, bro, y'all are wild, man.
They stuck their fork in.
I like the questions, D Caves. I really like the questions. And this goes for anybody out there. You guys should get together and write down a bunch of questions for next week. when we come back. And we'll answer some questions. I like that. I like being asked questions. I like being asked my video game thoughts.
Same.
A lot.
Same.
I made sure to let it be known because I was actually what sparked my interest. Key's question, like games that didn't come over here, is when I got my SNES Classic. Like, what games can I put on here that I haven't played before? And that kind of started my journey. I found like 3-4 games. Landgrisser, one of them that I keep telling Key about that he wants to play, and that reminded me of Growlancer.
Yeah, and every single time you say Landgrisser,
it's a loop. There's like these games that people don't know about. It saddens me.
I'm like, I never heard of Landgrisser, but I've played this game called Growlancer, and come to find out, they're made by the same people.
Of course.
Good.
But with all of that being said, I think it is time for everybody's favorite segment, and that is, but of course, he's Throwback of the Week.
How about just doing the symphony?
I was doing the Dougie.
Yeah, you was doing some different stuff.
My man's over here like,
yo, I threw my fingers up in meditation. So recently, I bet Key was doing the moves, bro.
I was going off, man. I was going off. I had the happy feet.
We don't have those just yet, DKs, but we'll let you know. We'll let you know. Hopping ahead, asking for the next topics. I see you.
So this game was developed by Tri-Ace, published by Enix.
I know what this is.
Yeah, I mean that's gotta be an obvious giveaway.
Yeah, can I say it?
What y'all got?
It's Star Ocean.
It's Star Ocean. I picked this game very specifically because it was a Japan only release that was actually a banger.
Yeah, Tri-Ace.
Don't always know. You can do all your market research and it can still be a banger. Yeah, Star Ocean, like the first one.
First departure.
Yeah, well, the first departure thing was on the PSP version.
Yep.
And the first departure R was
obviously that was the PS. So we're getting a remake of the PSP version.
Yeah, so this is a remake of the remake.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's first departure R.
Yeah, that's the one I'm playing. FDR.
So the Super Firecom version, because we can't call it SNES, it ain't come here. So the Super Firecom version was released July 19th, 96. And they proved that you could do these little cool action RPGs way back when, man. It's cool.
Is it? But wait, that doesn't make any. It only came out over there.
Yeah, until 2007, 2008.
All right, well, no, yeah, that's just. I just mean Star Ocean only came out in Japan, but which one is it? Star Ocean is an offshoot of Tales, or Tales is an offshoot of Star Ocean?
That I don't know.
Yeah, Tales. They like the original. Whoever came out first, because I don't remember who it was. But I think it was Tales. But whoever came out first, they got into like some tidbit. I don't know, something happened, and they made their own company and came out with whoever came out second.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I thought that like Tales was worldwide when it first came out.
Tales. So Tales might have been worldwide, but this wasn't at first. So maybe they were the break off. Maybe they were the break off and didn't.
Maybe
have
Tales
it like
came
that.
out after.
Because I'm reading some thread and it's like that Tales is always out, like overshadow Star Ocean in terms of sales and things. But I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, Tales came out December 95, very first one.
There you go.
Fantasia.
So Fantasia.
So the Tri-Ace is the team that broke off.
They split off.
Fantasia, fire.
Yeah, and Fantasia came to America, didn't it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, in 2006.
Yeah.
11 years after release.
Come here.
For the GBA. So they remade it for the GBA from the Super Famicom.
A lot of those action ones didn't come here in the beginning.
But we had Secret of Evermore, did we not? Or am I bugging?
I think we had Secret of Evermore.
We might have had Secret of Evermore. I know we didn't get any of the I know we didn't get Trials 3, obviously. That's one of the big ones we always talk about.
Nope, we didn't get Trials 3 till this year, actually.
Trials of Mana. I mean,
Secret of Evermore was here. Yeah,
We played it.
Enough, Secret of Evermore came here and was canceled in Japan.
This makes all right. Now, I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it.
Is Secret of Evermore some offshoot or some remake or some misname of another game? Because
Secret of Evermore is about a boy and his dog.
That whole thing was a mess. No, I just mean, was there any sort of connection to another game back then?
The secret games, like Seiken Densetsu
and all, like the similarities with Secret Amanda, but it's not a formal entry in the series.
Right. Nah. And now who made that game?
Square North America.
Yo, I didn't know
that game.
Okay, Square North America made the game. That's different.
Square North America made it.
I didn't know Square made that game.
Yes, you can't use Secret of and get away with that.
Huh? Wait, what'd you say?
Square wasn't about to let you use Secret of.
Yeah. That's why I said that. That's why I'm like, that's got to be something connected to something. Somebody.
Yeah, that's fair. So Square NA made it. Yep.
So it makes sense. It released here and didn't go over there. They canceled it. Nah, they don't need no more. Cool.
And the PAL version was made by Nintendo.
Man,
this is wild.
Video game production is crazy.
Wild. It's the Wild West.
Square and Nintendo have had this bond for years, man.
Yeah.
Well, and Sony too. They have a little brotherhood. They have a little camaraderie there between those three companies.
Yeah, they still get along. They just don't do it at such a high level like they did back then, where they would potentially create the greatest gaming console out.
Or make like one of the best starter RPGs ever in Super Mario RPG. But I digress.
See, that's why I chose the Nintendo library, man. There's just there's the known heat, and then there's the unknown heat.
Unknown heat. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of SMRPG. I haven't been a fan of any of the Nintendo or the Mario RPGs, but I have interest in that DS one. It's DS, right?
The the Superstars Saga.
Oh yeah, that looks so good.
That one looks cool. Yelled at to play that game.
Bro,
I think you guys of all would love it, but I have slight interest in it. It looks cool. It does look cool.
I'm getting yelled at to play that and then the new Rabbids. The new Rabbids is.
I forgot about that game.
Nuts. I'm like, I gotta finish Wasteland 3 first. So there's a plan for that setup now. So we're gonna co-op it because you can co-op in Wasteland 3. So me and Imran are gonna co-op it because we found out we're at the same part and we made very similar decisions. So we're just gonna mash files and just play and just finish it. Yeah.
You can't.
But. No, I just wanted to say that Secret of Evermore is about a boy and his dog. So if you haven't played that game, you need to get it. You need to play that. It's about a boy and his dog.
How you're still raving about this game, and that is why they released it in NA first and canceled in Japan, because they know that those traditional American values would not have sold well over yonder.
They don't care about.
They don't care dogs. About as much as a boy and a dog as we do. They don't have it in their commercials and in their hot dog packaging and all that other stuff.
Hey, Reese,
you know what I'm talking about.
You know what we're talking about.
It's sad.
They would not. It's not going to fly over there. I completely. I remember I did that. But yeah, that just reminded me of why I'm upset about the video game scene right now and why these companies are so against conservation, especially Nintendo. Like. These video games, we're losing these old repositories of how y'all used to make video games. It's possible I may never get to see or experience these games again. I just one time, just take a gander real quick. Like
you about to start collecting?
Like that Racing Lagoon game. I would have never seen it. That game looks like it's fun. I'm gonna give it a try. I'll validate whether or not it's fun or not. If it's not, that game's whack. Move on. Yeah. But I never get the chance to do so, and that's what bothers me.
Never mind. There's another game called Bahamut Lagoon.
Yeah,
that's Japan only.
Like what? Bro, it's a tactics game.
It's a tactics game.
And some stuff they keep for themselves. They don't want to share it.
Yeah, like
themselves, they don't want to share it.
It's wild. It's crazy because that game.
It looks fun as hell, right?
It just looks fun. That's all I was gonna say. It just looks fun.
Does look good. I was reading this other piece from this other developer who worked in Japan for some time, and he said that one of the Eastern developers that he was working with was working on a project of his own. He was like, oh yeah, I don't make games for the world anymore. It's like it's just for Japan. He's like, because it's just easier. Like, I don't have to think about all that other stuff. I can just do what I do here. And I was like, wow, like there's like the famous guitarist from the Mars Volta, Omar Rodriguez Lopez. He makes albums just for friends and family that we will never hear.
Never hear it.
He makes stuff like that.
He makes crazy, is it like interesting sounding music?
Yeah.
Like I would love to hear that. Like, let me get that. But sometimes they just write love letters and stuff.
Never gonna listen to that Wu-Tang NFT album.
Oh yeah,
there's only one. There's only one.
We're about to get that.
Go, man.
Get that.
Oh my God.
Farmer Bro ruined that for everybody.
That's crazy.
Oh boy.
We going to NFTs and video games and such, man.
I'm in.
And our remasters are gonna have collectible NFTs in them.
Oh,
I'll take that.
Ubisoft is leading the way.
Don't.
I'll take that. Hey, I'm for the forward movement, man. I'm for the forward movement.
I'm for a forward movement, man. But
no, you're not.
Don't
lie.
Who's the one who's always telling you to future proof?
How much stake you got in coins?
I'm waiting for my all
right, so and with that being said,
that's crazy. Recap really quick before we leave you guys, since Key's over here trying to prove a point.
Reese is a security guy. He always goes last. He let everybody else be the guinea pig, and then he goes. It's not that he's against it; he's reserved.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. We'll say with that. I'll say that from now on. No, I'm not against it. I'm reserved.
Well, we've had many conversations about it after stream, because I thought this. I'm like, Reese, why do you not like it? He's like, I'm a security guy first. Like, he's like, it's not safe enough for me to put my money into it. I'm like, okay, all right, I get that.
Yeah, but you could have put your money in and took it out. You know what? No, we could talk about it post.
We'll talk about it post, because I see you looking
at all of these things.
That's ridiculous. That makes me.
Listen, wow. Now I'm ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I'm not
so
even
long without calling me names. It's crazy.
I didn't call you. I said that is ridiculous. I didn't call you ridiculous. You're beautiful.
You want to know what else is ridiculous? That GTA remaster. You getting it?
That's terrible. I don't want that. Do better, Rockstar. You besmirched the entire gaming community with that garbage.
What are the last bastions of good game making, and you biffed it on this one thing? We won't be getting that. I probably won't get it even after you fix it. So.
Nope.
Key is enjoying the absolute hell out of Shin Megami Tensei 5.
You just get it. Why don't you just get it? I'll buy it for you right now.
No, you won't.
I won't. I'm bored. But you should buy it anyway.
Damn, I thought I could get it out of you.
Friend manipulation.
For real. I'll be on Humble Bundle. I'll wait for that 10% discount, because Nintendo don't discount anything. And old time video game localization. Yo, if y'all got any of the ones out there that y'all know about that we ain't mentioned or ain't commonly seen on the websites, you type in Google video games that never released. Yo, throw those in the Discord. I'll play them. Whatever.
If it got check that out right now.
And if you own the physicals and things, throw some pictures in the images section.
Even better.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Gems, man.
He went and bought a PAL version of FF9 just because how pretty it is. So why not?
Needed that.
That's art.
That's art.
And with that being said, this has been another episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.